You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Big,
Big breath to start. I
seriously.
like it.
Just let the Florida air.
I think we're live here. We are excited. We got another live show here Sunday night. Jaguars United live shows. I'm joined here with Mike. Mike, how's it going?
What's up, bro?
How's life been, man? It's been like
good.
a week since we've heard from you.
Well, I was been with you like the last few days, but yeah.
So we did a show a week ago. Anything off the top change from a week ago to now?
Oh man, a few new signees. I like it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
before we jump into your
Sorry.
real
I
opinions
know.
on that,
I'm excited.
make sure you follow us on Twitter. We're at Jaguars_United. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. We're at Jaguars_United_.
Uh-oh.
As my microphone is breaking again. Make sure you check out our website. We're at JaguarsUnited.com.
I see you're wearing one of the T-shirts today.
Yeah, you know, if you can't really tell because the mic stands in the way, I'll move it for you.
Very good branding.
Look at that. See, so that's a solid shirt right there. You can check it out. I think they're like $15. Super cheap. I mean, they're really comfortable. I really decided that we would use the most comfortable shirts that they offer.
Looks good. I like the stone gray, whatever they call that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
All right, so as I'm sitting here trying to fix my mic, this is a great way to start the show. Very professional, you know, just a broken microphone and
At least you're not.
like that.
At least you're not on SoundCloud producing it. So
That's
could
true.
Could be worse.
That's true. All right, so we had some camp happen, right? Some clips came from training camp. First time we've seen the players come together. Obviously, the videos of Chenault and Westbrook and Minshew
Even
made the rounds.
Chauncey, or not Chauncey. I'm thinking of Chauncey Gardner. C.J. Henderson.
CJ.
Yeah, made
So
some good plays.
what was your initial thoughts from the video? And I'm going to try to fix my mic while you're talking about that.
I'm excited about the offense. Gardner, another year in the not in the offense. He's learning a new offense, but another year in the league. All the snaps are him. I mean, last year he came in playing minimal snaps, so I'm excited for him. Another year of Chark. Laviska looks good.
But did the videos make you excited?
Yeah, absolutely. I wish that it was a full attendance this year. I would be all for it. So, I mean, I am every year, but
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, usually the video that come out of camp, we go to camp, we watch. It gets us like super excited.
Yeah.
But are we falling into the hype that we do every year, or is this team actually showing something that's like kind of impressive early?
I don't know if it's the hype. I mean, it really is a young team, and there's nothing. I mean, just because you're not competing for the playoffs, it's a young team. Gardner's going to take some growth. The offense is going to take some growth. So in that aspect, it is exciting to. We've seen some bad quarterback play the last few years. So.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow, that mic there.
We switched microphones because
Yeah,
we had
that's
some
right.
issues with our last
no,
one. So,
but really, no, I
we have
really.
to fill up the soundscape here.
In the grand scheme of things, I think the offense, it really is exciting to see a quarterback that can throw the ball. He's intelligent. So, Chris, you got two good backs. Hopefully, two good wide receivers in the offensive line. Last year, Cam Robinson, you really can't learn much coming off of an ACL. It's pretty much all rehab. There's no advancement in your career. So, I think that, Juwan Taylor, Gardner getting older, two good backs. Eifert, we haven't talked about him yet. He looks smooth in some of those videos we showed. It was the one that it was the Didi burning Schobert and I think it was Wilson. But even Eifert, he looked really, really smooth in that video. So if he can stay healthy, top 20 offense. And not that that's anything exciting, but for Jag fans, I don't think that's an easy feat for sure. So
It seems like you've changed your tune from a while ago because I thought you were anti this offense. Only
no,
a
it
couple
was
weeks
never
ago.
anti. I think my entire point was wins last year, 17 point. We've lost a lot. We've lost a lot on the defense, and you have some hot seats, Marone. But I do think the offense can be. I think it could be pretty solid. It's not gonna be worse than last year. It couldn't be. So
I like when training camp comes around because you get to see some of the guys that you're really hopeful for. I hope we're not buying into false hype again this year. Like last year, I got so excited about seeing clips of Nick Foles and Josh Oliver.
there's nothing wrong with that. Nick Foles, if he didn't break a collarbone last year, who knows what the connection that him and Chark and Fournette. So I'm not going to go with that, but I did buy into the hype. Blake he could throw a spiral, but
Blake, you mean Gardner?
No, Blake. I'm saying in the past years, we got excited about Blake being able to throw a spiral for the first time in his entire career. So we have bought into it, but I mean,
yeah, it's just much different when you're going up against legit people that actually know how to play the position.
Gardner looks good, man.
He does.
Yeah.
And everyone's been saying it.
That offensive staff is legit. Marone, McAdoo, and Gruden. Yeah, it's not bad.
I would say I'm a little hesitant to get involved in the hype because I really think that this year Minshew was going to take a giant step forward. But I don't think there's anything we can see out of training camp that's going to make us think that.
Well, even the hype, though, is expecting a top 20 offense. Is that, like, really buying into the hype, though?
Top 20, I mean.
26 last year with the rookie quarterback that had minimal snaps, no tight end, a left tackle coming off an ACL.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're wrong. Well, that transitions us into another major story that's kind of come out of training camp. It's like Laviska Shenault. Everyone's falling in love with Laviska Shenault.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people? Are you quick to jump into the Laviska Shenault hype, or are you kind of a wait and see type of guy? Like, you projected the offense to be top 20. Is Laviska Shenault like a big part of that, or is he not?
And that's the thing. I've been saying all the time, no training camp is going to be really detrimental. And with a grain of salt, when Chark was a rookie in training camp, minicamp, he was stealing the show and he ended up with 9 catches over an entire year. So I will take that with a grain of salt. Talent has never been a problem with Shenault. It's been staying healthy.
Yeah.
So that is a major thing for sure. And just becoming a rookie in the NFL was really hard. So
in 2018, when Shenault was a sophomore at Colorado, I mean, 1,011 yards receiving, 115 yards rushing. I mean, 5 touchdowns rushing, 6 touchdowns in the air. The guy did it all.
And what's crazy was that's at Colorado with the guy, I believe the quarterback he played with there, he's like a third or fourth stringer fighting for the Redskins. And that's with the defensive staff. So he was that offense. And I'm not sure who the coach was. I think it might have been Mike McIntyre for the Colorado Buffaloes. He's a defensive coach. So anything that Shenault got was earned. So
yeah, that's true. And when you see him play and you watch his game film, he's obviously an explosive player.
Talent's not the issue.
Talent is not the issue.
Yeah.
And then we keep coming back to that. And it's hard to talk about a guy when that's his issue.
Yeah.
Because you want to project how he'll do against certain DBs and how he'll do against certain linebackers and in certain formations. But that's not the issue. The issue is not how he does it in those. It's the issue is, can he stay healthy?
Yeah. And as an overall college player, he was a lot better than Chark. I wasn't really familiar with Chark. I think he had one good like junior, senior. He had like 900 yards. But besides that, Laviska was probably the far superior college player. So I really wish he had a full camp because
maybe we got him a steal then. I mean, maybe that's how it has to happen for us to get a steal for him.
Odell Beckham, I think he missed his rookie year. He missed like the entire training camp with like a groin injury or something and put on a show. So yeah.
Well, before we jump any further, and if you're listening to the podcast and you listen to our podcast on the Big Cat Country feed, then you can check out us talking live. We're on YouTube. You can check out our YouTube channel, Jaguars United. I'm joined here with Mike. You can watch me and Mike hanging out in all of our glory.
Oh, yeah.
We just got done playing 2 Golden Tee rounds.
Very fun.
We split them 1-1, so there's going to have to be a rubber match here one day. How'd you feel about the PGA Championship?
That was very fun. It is a shame I was rooting for, I guess I would say I was rooting for Koepka. And
Florida State blood through and through.
Just to see 3 straight championships it's very.
I mean, I like Koepka too.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a good
and if
guy.
not, I was really excited to see Colin Morikawa. That was awesome for him.
I'm a big Morikawa fan.
Yeah,
but we'll save that for our golf podcast coming soon.
Man.
Jaguars news: Timmy Jernigan signs, and
hopefully
there's a lot of. I think they announced he did sign. Did they not?
It's been a little iffy. Jaguars said they can't comment on it, but Garofalo. Yesterday, actually, he posted a picture on Instagram. He's from here. I think he's from around the area, Lake City. Posted him and his buddy on his Instagram story. Big Cat posted it, him wearing Jaguar gear. So it's pretty much as official as it could be besides it being official. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that would be great. It's been a couple years since Jernigan's produced on the level that you typically associate with Timmy Jernigan, because we all know he's a good player.
Absolutely.
I guess the question is
depth, though, man.
How do you see the defensive tackle, the interior defensive line? How do you see that shaping up, given the signing of Jernigan now? Because that does throw another wild card into the deck.
With the way the Jaguars have been talking about, and the way the Jaguars players have been talking about him, Hamilton's the starter right now at nose tackle, so he's going to be playing. And we saw a stat the other day: the best pass rushing duos in the NFL last year, Calais Campbell and Taven Bryan. So it might be
that was probably more Campbell than it was Taven.
Hey, I know I said last episode that I remember a comment was most improved player next year might be Taven. 75.6 PFF grade is nothing to laugh at. Third year, athletic as can be. Who knows, man? But so it's Hamilton. That's just good depth. Just adding Jernigan, even as a backup, Avery Jones. That's like that's 4 interior players that can play. I wish Gunter. That's not even counting Gunter. He might be playing on the inside a lot.
I thought he opted out.
No, Al Woods did.
Woods opted out. Gunter.
So I think it's gonna be Chazon and Josh Allen on the outsides, and add that Gunter, Jernigan, Bryan, Hamilton. That's not a bad defensive line.
It's really not.
Yeah,
it's really not. So you think there could be a rotation of those guys? I mean, Jernigan's got to get the first crack at the starting spot, don't you think? Just given his experience.
I don't know if he's a nose tackle. I could easily see him backing up Taven Bryan. Taven Bryan knows the system. Limit Jernigan snaps a little bit. He's still. I know it's been 2 years removed from the back injury, but so that's not even including Cassius Marsh, who could easily line up down. Aaron Lynch has always been a pass rusher, so there is some options there.
Yeah, I mean, Jernigan is. I mean, he's going to be 3 years removed when the season starts of any productivity.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Jernigan can just be a shell of himself, maybe be a professional that teaches.
If he can tackle and hopefully stop against the run,
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Basically brought in the saying we're not going to get beat against the run. If we start getting beat against the run, we can put in Jernigan and we can guarantee you that won't happen.
And even it's a few snaps a game. If you can get 20 snaps, if he's playing 20 snaps, that's not bad. I'm surprised we haven't talked to Darius at all. Why hasn't he come back at all?
Yeah, that's strange. I wonder if didn't he have like consecutive injuries of different issues, like wasn't it like a core and then like a hamstring?
I don't. Are you talking about seasons or like the same season?
Just like back to back. Like he never really could like get back.
2018, I think he played a lot, but it was 2019. He had, I think it was hernia surgery, and Jernigan and Darius have been linked to Seattle.
Wow.
So
well.
And Damon Harrison's still on the block. Why are we not talking to Damon Harrison? A very good nose tackle out of Detroit the last few years.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, who do you think's the best out of them? Like, would you rather have Snacks or would you rather have Jernigan? Snacks
even admitted last year that he didn't play up to his standard, but those back injuries, there's no such thing as what is the saying? There's no such thing as a good former bad back or something along the lines of that. So
something along the lines of don't get your back injured.
Yeah, definitely just try not to get your back injured. So Damon Harrison, but I think they're really going to be relying on Avery and Devon Hamilton.
I just can't see Devon Hamilton jumping in year one and being productive. Like, I mean, I hope he is, but we're banking on that. Like, that's. I mean, he's a guy who like thrived in the Big Ten.
Hey, that's run heavy country. You're going up against Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin,
right?
Iowa, and
nothing against him. It's just like how often does a rookie third round pick come in and really just contribute?
I think they do though against the. How much do they ask? They're not asking him to be a 3 down. They're not asking him to be like who was the Jets pick last year instead of Josh Allen, the guy from Alabama,
Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, they're not asking him to do like the Calais Campbell mold. Just stop the run. I feel like every single year there's a run stopping rookie that just comes out of nowhere. So
no, hopefully Devon Hamilton's that guy. I mean, that's why he was drafted.
Even if he's average, it's an improvement for what we had last year.
I mean, if he's average, here's the issue. If he's average and he's playing alongside a bunch of other average run defenders, like Miles Jack isn't a strong run defender. Joe Schobert is probably the strongest, and he's known more for his coverage. It's still an
improvement of last year, though. Just
is it
injuries,
Calais
bad
Campbell,
tackling.
Avery Jones.
That's one player, and I love Calais.
I mean, what about Avery Jones? What about Marcel
Avery
Darius?
Jones is still playing, and Marcel Darius played like 6 games.
Yeah, so he didn't play a lot.
Yeah.
Taven Bryan's going to be there. I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
group. You're
And
just
AB
adding a little bit of depth.
And so hopefully just tackling better at fundamentals.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, and
it's a passing league. I know we were gashed by the run last year, and we didn't lose because we gave up those runs. We lost the Carolina game because Gardner fumbled. What was the other big?
That's not true.
Game?
I mean, we lost the Carolina game because Christian McCaffrey went ham against
I don't
us.
agree with that. I think we lost that because
Christian McCaffrey we could not be stopped.
And did we lose the game because of that though? Multiple fumbles.
Well,
there was the Chark touchdown that was. Did they give us that touchdown? The Chark touchdown that was like a fumble in the end zone. Did they give us that?
I can't remember.
It was iffy. I'm just saying. And I think that comes down to a lack of passing defense and us not scoring. So it's not the 1920s anymore. I don't think the run game is like that big of an issue, honestly.
I don't know because you look at what teams did against the Jags last year, and we weren't in any games because we couldn't stop the run.
What was the other big running game we gave up? It was
the Colts. We gave up 200 yards, like 2 different rushers, and then
Mac's not bad.
They're neither one of them were good in my opinion. It was just we were just unable to stop the run.
And that thing was that the Nick Foles game that he played horrible. I honestly didn't even watch it. So
yeah,
lot is that we're not losing the game because we're giving up yards. I think football has advanced past that. You're not losing because you give up running yards anymore. I don't think that's a thing, honestly.
I was looking at a stat. I was rewatching Week 11 of the Jags game, and basically at Week 11, and we weren't much better from Week 11 on, but from the time we lost Jalen to Week 11, we were the worst defense in the league. We
were fighting for the playoffs at one point. We were 4-4 going to the bye game.
I'm saying and I'm not saying Jalen is the reason because Darius got hurt at the same time. We saw a drop off a little bit in Campbell.
It absolutely goes hand in hand.
But I'm just saying after we lost Jalen, our defense from the point we lost Jalen on, we were one of the worst defenses.
You can build an entire. I honestly believe you can build an entire defense around Jalen Ramsey. He takes in away the entire side of the field. So that's what I'm saying. But we keep talking about getting better as a team, and I think talent has gotten better. In our wins last year, we gave up 17.5 points per game, and Bouillet's gone, Calais is gone, Marcel's gone, Jalen's gone. So, same.
Patrick Jackson says it feels like a lot of the opt-outs are players who changed clubs in the offseason. A run-stopping, yeah. So what do you think about that?
I mean, if you feel your families, I'm not going to really worry about the opt-outs. If you're gone, you're gone. Yeah. I'm not going to have any ill feelings toward you. I would love to have Al Woods this year, but I don't think the difference between him and Jordan gets me that big. And I'm more happy. I mean, if your families are at risk at all, I mean, we all have families, so for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for all the people that came to here listening for COVID advice.
We're saying.
Patrick also says 4-4 going into London. I was so excited to see us under Minshew. Watson made us look like a bunch of schoolboys.
I've honestly blacked out the last half of the season. It was rough, man. My gosh.
Watson is a good quarterback, though.
He's fantastic.
He's a fantastic player. Jaguars should have drafted him.
We should have. We were texting me and Jason. We're in the group chat. Lamar should be on the Jaguars. Calais should still be on the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I'll give the Jaguars a pass because Tom Coughlin was coming in. Watson wasn't really a fan. There's no reason that Lamar Jackson should not be on the Jaguars right now. We passed up him for. It really is a shame.
It really is because I mean it wasn't a lot about Lamar Jackson's game in college that made you like apprehensive to draft him.
He played for Petrino. He played in a pro style offense. It made absolutely no sense. He didn't play in Paul Johnson, an offense, not a triple. It made no sense. He
thrived too. Like he was good in college. It wasn't like he was like
he thrived. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
of course. It
made
no sense.
It makes no
sense. A record-breaking.
Like,
and he'd be running the same offense. They literally exactly what we wanted to do. Power heavy, give the ball, limit turnovers. That's exactly what Lamar Jackson is, and that's exactly what Baltimore has done.
I was watching a recap of him on NFL Network today because it was yesterday because they were doing like an MVP thing. He made defenders look silly out there.
Elite defenders look silly.
Like he was doing stuff that like Bo Jackson did to like unathletic white dudes in like the 80s. And like that's what Lamar Jackson was doing this
Honestly,
year.
one of the greatest athletes we will probably ever see, man.
Vic was kind of doing the same thing. You know, Vic was kind of putting people like on
and he's
skates.
taking it to another level. I know it's a different offenses, but he should be a Jaguar right now. And my voice cracks because I'm sad.
We were sitting here like wanting Lamar Jackson. I mean, he committed to Florida to be quarterback and then backed out. Went
I'm
to
glad he
Louisville.
didn't. Thank God.
And like Florida fans are forever scorned because we couldn't wrap up that
Oh,
commitment.
even in college, I had a group of Florida State buddies who were like, thank God he did not go to Florida. And unfortunately, he tormented us at Louisville.
yeah.
Oh, my God. One of the worst games I've ever seen. But
yeah.
him and Fournette.
That'd be disgusting. That would be absolutely disgusting.
It sucks. Damn you, Tom Coughlin.
Zachary Duncton says, I wonder why the Jags fall apart so easily when one thing goes wrong. That's a good point. This team doesn't do well with adversity. What could they do to improve
I think it almost starts at the top. Tom Coughlin or Shad Khan. We still have remnants from 2012. Old logo, old owner.
You can't change.
No, I'm
You
saying
can't change the logo. You can't change
no.
the
I'm saying
owner.
I'm saying we have remnants from the past.
Right.
Dave Caldwell is still here. We still have remnants of. We still have remnants of
Coughlin.
Not Coughlin. I'm sorry. Gus Bradley.
Yeah.
Clean house, and it's been way too long.
Yeah. So what do? You bring in Gruden.
Anything.
Promote.
Just fire someone. Good Lord, fire anybody.
I mean, they fired Coughlin.
Scapegoat for the NFLPA.
I mean, that's an easy fire. I mean, any of us could sit back.
An easy fire is firing Marone, Caldwell, and Coughlin.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe the reason why they didn't do it is because it's just better time to do it like this year.
Are we the third choice of the Khan family? Is it soccer, wrestling, the Jaguars?
I don't think so.
Jesus.
I don't think so because we're his first sports endeavor. That's why I think he'll always hold us a little close to his heart.
I think no matter what, an NFL team is going to make you money. So I think he honestly just like doesn't worry about it. So much stuff can go wrong in soccer, and I don't know. I haven't watched wrestling since I was 4, so I assume there's stuff that goes on with that. But
Patty Jackson says, and if you're listening to the podcast, you're wondering where we're getting these comments from. It's from our YouTube. You can go back to our YouTube and you can watch it and watch our live show. We got about 2 a week going right now. We got Mike once a week, Joey once a week. I've been busy at work, so I haven't been able to put out as much YouTube content as I used to.
So busy.
But hopefully soon I can do it. But Patty Jackson says, you can't change the logo.
No,
tell
nothing
that
about
to
that.
Stevenage FC. You know, Stevenage Football Club.
Yeah, sure. Stevenage football.
We're going to look it up right here.
No, I do love the new logo. It's an upgrade for sure.
There's nothing I love more than
FSU and Jaguars are an upgrade, actually.
Jumping on to small market soccer teams bandwagons.
I am a big Everest. Or no, it's Sherwood Forest team. I'm sorry, I haven't played FIFA since like FIFA 14. Sherwood Forest.
I was always a big Watford.
Stevenage, huh?
I was always a big Watford fan.
Interesting. Blue and white? Is that what they
I
are?
think they're yellow.
Okay.
Yellow, I think. A couple other teams.
Yeah, Sherwood Forest.
It's been a while since I played. Stevenage got a little deer picture. I mean, that's not bad. I mean,
I think that's the new season of Tad Lasso. I think that's what they
looks
play
like.
at.
I mean, it looks like a basketball logo.
Yeah, or a country club logo, maybe.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like if I was golfing and I walked up to that.
Stevenage Country Club, actually.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
I would feel fine playing 18 holes at Stevenage, for sure. But we've had a lot of optimism come this way since the Jags have gone there. And has anything happened? I mean, we've had some great Jaguars like videos come out and footage and commentary, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Has any of the commentary that's come out make you feel more optimistic than you were 2 weeks ago?
No. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think we still have some of the least talent in the NFL. Young, kind of a whole front office in limbo, coaching staff in limbo. So at any time, I feel like the team can give up on you. So hit or miss, honestly. But I'm still we're gonna be picking top 10. We're the Jaguars. Who am I to fool myself? We're gonna be picking top 10 next year.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think we are picking top 10 next year, but I think it's like 9 or 10. Like,
so what is that? 6 wins? 7 wins?
Yeah.
So I don't think you're
Here's
winning.
what's gonna happen. Minshew is gonna put you in a tough decision of are you gonna move forward with Minshew or are you gonna scratch everything and move forward. He's gonna put you in that spot. And
I think he did that. He already took Nick Foles' job, so
he took Nick Foles' job.
But is that play or because of money? Well, Nick Foles played like crap, so that's not even a question.
That job wasn't hard to take this year.
Yeah.
Series of things happened to make that job easy to take. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to look at if Minshew wins you 6. If Minshew wins you 7 games, 7 games puts you in that awkward spot.
Well, we're only playing. Are we playing a full 16-game schedule?
Let's say we are. I mean,
Okay.
that's all we can talk about for now. It's hypothetical that we are.
I wasn't sure if they announced it. I couldn't.
So if we're playing a
recall.
16-game schedule and he wins you 7, like, what do you do with that?
And
Do
you're
you
still
keep him?
Well, that's probably picking closer to 15.
What if it's 10 or 11?
7 wins is probably. I mean, I know how. 2 first-round draft picks. Did we still have Yannick at all? Have we traded Yannick?
That's the thing. That's a wild card. It's hard. I mean, I can't tell you those answers. That's what makes it so hard. Like a 7-win Minshew.
Wins aren't all everything, though. It could be how do we win games
That's
because
true.
the
I
defense
know.
evolves.
I know.
It's
Heat Nation says, yo.
either way. I'm excited.
Are the Miami Heat even making the playoffs?
Yeah, we're a 4 or a 5 seed.
You're a 5 seed?
Yeah, we're playing
Magic are the
the
8 seed.
Pacers, big dog.
I think the Magic went 1-7 in the bubble. They won. I think they won like 1 or 2 games in the
and
bubble.
at a home court, that's a shame.
In a home court.
Well,
It doesn't matter. There's
well,
no
I
fans
mean,
there.
I mean,
It's not like it's home court.
Isaac tears his ACL.
Yeah. Gordon got hurt. Fournier got
good
hurt.
Lord.
Yeah. But the Heat, I like the
We're
Heat.
definitely knocking out the Pacers for sure.
Nate says Gerard Wilson, 72.1 PFF grade, played all snaps. Bringing PFF into this, you're going to win our hearts with PFF 100%. We're both big PFF guys.
Yeah.
Yes, Gerard Wilson, but I think, what was it? He graded, I think, 25th or 20th, early 20s.
I didn't see what his
in
ranking
safety
was.
grades. Not terrible, but Gerard Wilson's not really like on a cheap deal. I mean,
No, he got 3 years, like $10 million. He's pretty cheap for sure.
that's a guy you cut when you're trying to cut salaries.
No.
Eh,
You
maybe.
cut Deshaun Gibson 3 years, $40 million,
Yeah.
whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Gerard Wilson, but I mean, a lot of people, we've talked about J.R. Reed a bunch on this show.
And Daniel Thomas.
There's
options there for
there's
sure.
some guys. There's some guys there,
Yeah.
so we'll see. Heat Nation says, what's better, our offense or defense?
Offense.
I think offense too.
Yeah.
But I think in 2 or 3 years it will be the defense because I think there's a lot of young guys.
I
on this
hope not
defense.
because you're not a winning team probably, honestly.
Maybe, but you can have a good defense and a good offense.
Yeah, but you're saying better though.
Yeah.
You definitely want your offense to be better.
Patrick Jackson, do you think the season's training camp coverage has been the best ever, or have I just been paying more attention to it this time around?
I literally saw highlights for the first time like the last 2 days.
Well, usually we go.
Yeah, that's true.
So
as
we're
well.
usually more involved in it.
I would definitely say
um,
worse by far. Because I've seen like 5 snaps.
You got guys like Demetrius that are putting a bunch of stuff out there. John Reed's putting a bunch of stuff out there. So we appreciate it from those guys. I mean, that's literally all the only clips
Yeah,
we're
I would
getting.
say definitely this is like the least I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think least.
Yeah.
Zach Duncan, our offense definitely has more promise. Defense is in serious rebuild mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much sums up what I was saying. That's a good point. Picking 5 through 10, trade up for an elite quarterback? ? Oh, he just deleted the
you have
message.
to. You
But
definitely,
I think that's good.
you definitely have to.
I-
At that point, you have to 2 first-round draft picks. More if you have Yannick gone. I think at that point
If you win 7 games and you have a trade partner for your 2 first-round picks to move up for,
No, he's saying if we're picking 5 to 9. At that point,
that's what I'm saying.
you're winning 4 to 6 games at
Okay.
that point. Yeah.
6 games. If you win
7
6
games, you're in the 7 games. You're usually in like the 14, like the 13 to like 16 range. That's a lot of wins, honestly. 7's a lot. We've won 7 games once in the last 10 years, and that's with our 10-win season. So
Okay, so 7 wins would be good.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be delighted to see Minshew still as our quarterback in 2030. We have bigger needs
that would
in
be
the
cool.
team than quarterback.
I hope I'm alive in 2030. I'm gonna worry about that first. That would be cool to see Minshew though. That means he's awesome.
Over under on the coronavirus is still affecting our lives in 2030.
No, definitely something else way
Minus-
worse.
Something way worse.
Yeah, something much
Zachary Duncan.
Super 8s probably. or
How
something way
many
worse.
first and second round picks do we have in next year's draft?
I think it's only 3 altogether, right?
I think we have 2 first round picks and we have 2 second round picks, don't we?
I don't think there's 2 seconds. Let's go look though.
It's enough to move up and trade and to draft a quarterback for sure, especially if a guy like Justin Fields.
Let's look Tankathon. This is a great website if you guys ever want to use it. It shows you all your picks for next year. Let's see what the Jags have. So Jags next year we have 1, 17, 33, 65, 97, 113, 129, 161, and 193.
Projecting us to be the worst team in the league.
They are.
Is that where they're projected
They
by
are.
this draft?
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Okay. So
Hey, they have the Rams picking
it's 2
17th,
first-round picks, a second, a third, 2 fourths,
a fifth,
a
sixth, and a
fifth,
seventh.
sixth,
Yeah.
seventh. Yeah.
So hopefully maybe more from Yannick. I don't think anybody else would be traded by then.
Tankathon has us drafting Trevor Lawrence 1, which is obviously
Devontae Smith would.
But there's no way Devontae
Trevor
Smith
Lawrence
stays 17.
and Devontae Smith would be sick.
There's 0% chance.
Devontae Smith might have been I'm not gonna say the best because Jerry Jeudy was really good. He might have been the second best.
Alabama
Waddle was pretty good too, though.
They got a bunch.
We had 1,000 yards. He had more yards than Ruggs did last year. Devontae Smith.
He's a good player. That's what I'm saying.
They're crazy, man.
There's no way he stays to 17th. He'll be top 10 pick.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's a lot of good players next year. Surtain, Waddle, Devontae Smith.
Just literally from Alabama and Clemson.
There's like
there's
like 10 players I take.
Yeah, there really is.
That's crazy.
There's going to be some good players coming out next year.
Patrick Surtain. Who are the other good cornerbacks? Sean Wade from Ohio State.
He's from Jacksonville.
Yeah. The good left tackle from Oregon. There's a lot of good players next year, man. Yeah, Pinawai.
Yeah.
Pinay, something like that.
What do you think about Justin Fields trying to this petition to get the big players there, the teams to play in the Big Ten?
Ohio State's there's too much money. They're gonna be.
What about Michigan? There's just much money in Michigan.
The way I
than
think
Ohio
about
State.
Michigan though, I feel like they fancy themselves like a Harvard of Michigan. I don't know. I've never been to Michigan, thankfully, but I think they're above. They're academically too good to play. So Ohio State. They sell tattoos for victories. I could totally see them playing Michigan now. They're snooty.
I could see Michigan jumping into ACC and playing.
I'd take them.
Didn't Notre Dame do that?
Notre Dame, but they're independent, so.
But, I mean, are they that much different in terms of, tradition?
What is, Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
True.
Are they that different to where you couldn't see
that is
Michigan
true.
being like, you know what, screw it. We'll go to the ACC.
That's true.
Or screw it. We'll go to the SEC.
That's true.
You know.
I don't know who's snootier, Notre Dame or Michigan, but I've always heard
Notre Dame.
You think so?
I feel like you got Penn State, who feels like they have to live up to all those people, and they are overly loud. So what does Penn State do?
I feel like Notre Dame Rose they're a football school. They've won a national title in the last 80 years, unlike Michigan. So I feel like they realize what they are. They're a football school. You're making money from football. Michigan,
yeah.
I don't know. Something about them.
I mean, there's a bunch of big schools up there. Is the bottom line. So
like Michigan, Northwestern. Who else is those smart schools up there? I could totally see not playing football at all.
I would.
Syracuse is not going to play Boston College.
I wouldn't put Michigan and Northwestern in the
Absolutely,
same
Michigan for sure, man.
Northwestern's.
No, Michigan's business school is one that's where Rappaport went. Yeah, for sure, big time.
Patty Jackson says, "I hope you're alive in 2032, Mike."
I wouldn't be surprised at all, man.
What's that? 10 years from now? So you'd be how old? You'd be 39.
I would be 39.
39.
If that,
dude. Well,
God's gonna take me on a golf course in my.
Luckily, YouTube saves videos forever. So in 10 years, when we're still doing this live show,
my daughter can watch videos of me.
We can go back and watch how it's going. Zachary Duncan says LSU has a really good young corner. He started as a freshman.
Stingley, yeah, he's a beast for sure.
Messages were typos.
Yeah, Stingley. I was gonna bring him up, but then I realized he was a sophomore, which is even more ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be a good player.
Yeah.
Hopefully, CJ Henderson.
Henderson and Stingley would be. I would definitely take that in a heartbeat for sure.
Yeah.
Or Surtain.
Stingley was really good. He's a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah. I think he won the Thorpe. No, that was Jamar Chase, actually. He might have won the Thorpe Award last year. I'm not sure, but let's see. He might have won the Thorpe Award as a freshman, man.
Julian Alvarez says, recently I have been thinking of Aaron Donald, and when I predict something like this, it happens in a few years. Like I predicted a few years ago, D-Hop to Arizona. So you're predicting Aaron Donald to come to the Jaguars. Is that what you're predicting? Because for that to happen, Donald would probably have to have a bad year next year, maybe injury.
No, maybe they're just out of cap. They have to pay Jalen Ramsey. There's no way.
There's no way.
But I will call an out of the blue. If anything ever goes wrong, Russell Wilson
to the Jags.
Yep.
He seems like a guy that will be in Seattle forever.
Maybe he doesn't want to hand it off 40 times a game next year. We got multiple draft picks. I don't think it's going to happen, but hey, if there's one team that would do it, I would not be surprised to see the Jaguars do it, and I would be all for it.
I mean, I think anyone down here would be ecstatic about
Yeah,
Russell
for
Wilson.
sure. So giving up Yannick and a couple first rounders, hell yeah, I would take that every single time. Absolutely, it's a quarterback. Absolutely,
I guess it depends on where those first round picks fall.
I'd give up.
Because
I'd
if
give
they're
up.
the first pick in the draft.
Well,
obviously
no,
it
I'd
could
give.
be bad.
I'd give up 10 and 19, and Yannick for Russell Wilson.
That's a lot.
He's a Hall of Famer and probably the third best quarterback in the NFL
Yeah, but
right
how
now.
many more years? I mean,
Tom Brady's playing to 45. He's got 10 more
but
years.
Tom Brady and Russell Wilson's playing.
Russell
isn't the same.
Russell's probably, how old do you think he is right now? 32, 31?
Yeah, 31, I would guess.
He's got another 10 years in him.
10 years, but he's not.
Even if it's another 5 years, man.
It's 5 years worth 2 first round picks because you could probably
31.
So you might be able to get
I think 8 years is easily doable.
I mean, his playing style is like
He doesn't
run
get touched.
around,
He doesn't get hit though. He slides. He doesn't get touched.
He gets hit, man.
No,
He
he's not.
gets
He's
hit.
not Deshaun
Yeah,
Watson. No, he does not. He's a baseball player. He slides. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
well, I would be pumped for that, but
Heck yeah.
I don't. I mean, Aaron Donald to the Jags would be definitely amazing.
I think Russell's way more like. Neither one's gonna happen, but I'm saying Russell's way more
Did
likely.
you know
for
Aaron
sure.
Donald's like 6 foot?
He's tiny
Yeah,
for sure.
He's not as big as you would think. Someone that makes that much money.
So he was in the ACC during Jameis's the year we won the national title. So it was Jameis Winston, Heisman, the quarterback awards. It was Aaron Donald. It was James Conner. The ACC, that was one of the better years the ACC had. The ACC was really strong that year. It was crazy. We took up I was on the team for sure, but it was like a lot of award winners for the ACC that year.
Let's see here. Patrick says love Russell Wilson. He's only like 31, so there's at least 5 years left.
And I think 5 is modest. I think it's more like 8 to 10, honestly.
Yeah. Gerald Sports Jr. says, "What's up, Jags fans?" Gerald, what's up? With the Baltimore Orioles logo. You know what? I just have nothing but respect for you with the Baltimore Orioles logo because besides that one good year they had,
Hey, he's a Chris Davis fan.
2016, they have been bad for a while. So I respect that. I'm a Rays fan. We've had our ups and downs, more downs. So I get you there as a AL East sufferer. I'm right there with you. Zach Duncan, I think the Jags should focus on revamping their defensive line. Front end first, then draft secondary down the road. I want a great safety. Okay, so that's contradictory. But you want a great safety down the road. I mean, where do you revamp D line this year? You added Jaron again. You got Josh Allen. You got Chazen. You got
A better nose tackle, a better 3 tackle. I mean, if Taven Bryan doesn't take the next step.
Taven, but you at least got to give him another year. You at least give him a third year, right?
Taven Bryan is not even in. So Malik Jackson, he's not even in Malik Jackson. I don't think he was even in Cinderic Marks' ballpark. That's how good they were. So I think
Cinderic Marks?
Yeah, Cinderic Marks was like
Come
a
on.
Pro Bowler one
Taven
year.
Bryan's only been in the league for 2 years.
I'm saying
You
if
can't
if
judge
we're
Cinderic
I'm
Marks
saying
on
if we're
Taven.
upgrading a player, it's definitely nose tackle and 3 tech for sure.
I think Taven Bryan's going to give you something.
Hopefully, it's been 3 years and
But
he's
yeah,
been a first rounder. I would hope
interior
so.
D-line, but you get a guy like Jaron again that can rotate in with a guy like Avery Jones to stop the run. You got
Yeah.
some edge speed. I think you'll be okay there. I don't think the D-line needs total revamping. I think they tried. I mean, they drafted K'Lavon Chase on 20th overall, and he's going to be an edge rusher. So, I mean, that's as much as you can do. They drafted Josh Allen last year, 7 overall.
Yeah.
They're,
With Calais and Yannick
So-
on the team.
2 of their last 2 years, they've drafted an edge player. The interior, Calais just left. Taven Bryan, you drafted as a project player. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. Gerald Sports Jr. says, I like the St. Louis Cardinals and Orioles fan. I like the Cardinals, too.
I definitely don't like the Cardinals at all.
I like the Cardinals and the Marlins, says Julian. Marlins, I root for the Marlins, too.
Every person that's not like a Red Sox, Dodgers, Yankees is like a Cardinals fan. Lame. No offense, guys.
The Cardinals do have a big fan base,
They
especially
do.
in the Midwest.
Maybe it's because we had a friend that was a Cardinal fan. He was lame too. Something about him. Him and Albert Pujols. Just don't get it.
Oh, man, that's true.
I do respect the fans though. They're pretty legit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a serious fan of baseball, I got nothing but respect for you because that's
a long
40
game.
chess
Yeah,
sport to like.
it's a lot of games to
Yeah.
watch.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I mean, the Raiders are playing right now, and we watched the first game, their doubleheader earlier, playing again right now. Patrick Jackson, O-line is still my biggest concern. We'll see if they can up their game next time out. Yeah, I think P-Jack's right with that one. It's definitely the O-line.
I think cornerbacks are a bigger question mark than the offensive line, honestly.
I don't think so. I mean, you know what you're getting out of the corners.
Did we, though?
Yeah. You're getting a rookie who's probably going to make mistakes, but probably going to be good.
I mean, that's not a good thing,
you got
though.
Trey Herndon, who we've watched
just because you're accepting mistakes doesn't make it much better. I mean, I think the offensive line, Cam Robinson, an actual year of improving.
You're not concerned with the offensive line.
No, I don't think I am. Juwan Taylor has all the talent in the world. Cam Robinson has all the talent in the world. And for the first time in their careers, not the first time, but for Juwan Taylor, it's the first time in his career, he can worry about getting better. Cam's not, hopefully my knee will hold on this snap. That makes a huge difference, man.
I don't think Juwan Taylor is that big of an issue. I think Cam
Robinson was last year. He led the NFL in he led the NFL in a lot of penalties. He had a lot of penalties.
Yeah, but
he led the NFL in
a
it.
rookie.
Do you, though?
Like, you're going to get a lot of penalties out of C.J. Henderson this year because he's a rookie and he's going to hold.
But I expect it to be the stronger unit this year. I would say probably offensive line.
Well, hopefully. I mean, you got to think like a lot of the defensive back play can also be covered up by DJ Hayden out of the nickel spot.
And DJ Hayden's good, but
that's what I'm saying. So I mean,
Trey Herndon's undrafted for a reason.
Linder's the only dude out of the 5 that I'm like, he's okay.
No. Juwan taking it another step forward.
We hope.
Even Norwell was a top 20. I know he hasn't been the All-Pro we expected. He was still a top 20 guard last year.
Are you thinking of Juwan Taylor any higher now than you did Cam Robinson going into year 2?
I expected the same thing out of him.
Exactly. And what happened with Cam Robinson?
He
got
ACL.
hurt.
That's not something we planned for. We were hoping him, but we were hoping him for him to take the next step into an elite.
Yeah, and injuries happen, and people don't progress
okay,
like you
and
think.
Trey Hendon. I mean, this can go. You can hurt yourself playing defensive back, right? This goes to both sides. I don't know.
Absolutely, but what I'm trying to say is the optimism that we all have for Juwan Taylor is the exact optimism we had for Cam Robinson going into year 2. And year 1, Cam Robinson was the best he's ever been.
Because he tore his ACL. I'm kind of confused by
your criticism. He didn't tear his ACL last year?
He didn't get a train. He was literally hoping his knee held up.
He was hoping
every single week he was on limit. He was on limited or questionable every single week. There was not a full week last year that he was, hey, I'm healthy, I'm improving. He was like, hopefully my knee doesn't buckle beneath me.
So this year is the year. This year is the year he's going to be free to go.
Absolutely. And Juwan Taylor, I'm not coming from the combine. I'm not worried about my 40 time. I'm worried about football 100%. Cam Robinson's worried about that makes a huge difference, man. I think so. Absolutely.
Oh, I hope so. Julian Alvarez says, if we get Russell Wilson, then we all make the playoffs. And if we do, we got to have Minshew start the wild card or we make it.
No, we trade Gardner for a first-round draft pick, hopefully. Neither one's going to happen, but it would be awesome.
Gerald Sports says, I hated the Red Sox. I think we all hate the Red Sox besides Mike.
Yeah.
We need a better O-line. I agree. I think all 5 linemen returning is promising, but Ben Bartch will be a project to work on the wings.
Ben Bartch is going to take A.J. Cann's job next year, I would say, if not this year.
It would not surprise me if Ben Bartch was better than Will Richardson because I've yet to see one quality snap out of Will Richardson.
Oh, you mean the guy that couldn't take the right guard's job? He's going to become a left tackle.
You haven't seen... Oh, dude, the picture.
That's how dumb this team is. It's so stupid. My God.
Okay, unbiased.
That's hilarious.
This is unbiased.
Fatties. I'm in better shape right now.
We saw pictures of Cam Robinson and Will Richardson at camp, and
Fatty
out
Magoos.
of shape. They looked out of shape. They had some quarantine bodies going on. So Ben Bartch, my guy drinking the Gatorade banana smoothies, I think is going to come in and snatch some jobs. Tyler Shatley, that one. People are sleeping on Tyler Shatley getting that 1-year deal.
I don't think it's gonna be in the first few weeks, but maybe come November, come December, Ben Bartch would not surprise me in the least if he's starting.
He has that like gritty style that makes you kind of think like he's gonna come in and like rustle some feathers. Like, for sure.
Just to make it from the D3, you have to have a chip on your shoulder. So I'm excited.
That's a good point. And a position changer.
But
I'm a big fan of position changers.
Is this a Gene Smith pick, though? It's a word. He was always picking guys like this. So who knows? Maybe I'm just.
True.
God, that's terrifying.
That's true. I love the Jags, and I want the quarterback for the Jags, and I want to be a quarterback for the Jags in real life.
Hopefully, you can throw spiral unlike Bortles.
Hey, I believe in you, Gerald, for sure. If you're a baseball fan, you're probably on the right track as far as like arm strength, So don't give up. Julian Alvarez says, well, you got to hope they draft you, or if someone else does, then immediately demand a trade for them.
When he got drafted by the Titans,
would you?
Poor kid.
I mean, that's the thing. Like,
I would retire at the spot.
I don't think anyone would retire on the spot. We would all
For
just
Titans?
smile and sign
No.
that contract.
Okay,
And
I
we
would sign the
play for
contract and
Titans.
then claim something. I would get the money first. You can sue me later. Good luck in that money.
Oh, man. If you
No.
make it to the NFL, then you're not – unless you're Eli Manning, who – what an entitled brat. And honestly, I feel like he got what he deserved, even though he still won 2 Super
Two
Bowls.
Super Bowl. You got what you deserve.
Kilo Palm says, turn your mic up. Kilo, I got to be honest with you. We were having mic issues. We've tried different mics.
First of all, don't tell us what to do either.
We're working on it. Hopefully I'll have some more time in the future to kind of work on the audio. I just don't have that time right now, but we're working on it. Maybe we'll try to talk louder. You want to try to talk louder?
Sure.
Kilo?
I feel like we're
Kilo,
screaming, but
Kilo Palms. Zach Duncan, what is your favorite all-time Jags wide receiver? Okay, dude, that's
Easy,
the dumbest
duh.
question I heard my entire
well,
life.
you did. You were talking up Keenan McCardle last week, so. Oh, the cokehead. Okay.
Number 18, dual threat. Hey, please Google.
He's my favorite niche
Please
receiver of all
Google
my
Matt Jones, Arkansas.
I don't think
highlights.
I don't know if he's even my
Do
favorite.
yourself a favor.
He's not even my favorite druggy Jaguar receiver of all time because that's definitely Jimmy Smith.
Do yourself a favor and look up Matt Jones, receiver or quarterback, Arkansas highlights.
6'6", 4'4", yeah.
Disgusting, dude.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say about that.
He was
Who's
good.
your favorite Jaguars receiver?
Probably Jimmy Smith or McCardle.
I really like Jimmy Smith. I
Or
really like
Rashad
Kenny
Green, who was
McCardell.
pretty good too for us as well.
Yeah, Rashad Green. I always liked Blackman. I mean, I know obviously you can't
Big
like
hands
Blackman,
Blackman.
but
He was
He was.
awesome.
I mean, we loved Blackman.
One of my favorite college receivers of
yeah,
all time.
Blackman was. I mean,
It's a shame that he
get it.
didn't.
There's always a place in my heart for Mike Thomas for that Hail Mary
Yeah,
catch.
that was
Love
awesome.
that Hail Mary catch. Greatest play in my Jaguar fandom history.
I was not at that game, but
I was
I
at
watched
that
it.
game, and even if I wasn't at the game, even if I was watching on TV, that would
It was
still be
awesome.
one of my favorite.
The only
moments.
Hail Mary we've ever had, I believe.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. I love Garrard. Mike Thomas is okay, but I'll take that. I'm a big Marseilles Lewis fan. I know he's a tight end. I'm a huge.
We got to hang.
Marseilles Lewis fan.
One of our great Jags game memories. We got to hang out with Ernest Woodford. We got to throw the football with him for a minute.
He's like a cop.
He's
now.
a cop now in
Yeah.
Jacksonville. That was a
Yeah.
great day.
Yeah, Ernest Wilford.
He was cool.
Yeah, we've gotten the pleasure of hanging around with some
And
pretty
then
cool Jags.
Alan Hearn's family partying across from us. That was hilarious
That was
with the DJ.
fun. That was fun. Alan Hearns, when the Dolphins played the Jags and the Jags won on a last-minute field goal from, was it Scobie?
It was I think it might have been Myers.
Was it Jason Myers?
was Myers.
Jason Myers. Jason Myers hit like a 53-yarder.
Yeah,
I don't know.
far, very
to beat
far.
the Dolphins. At that game, Alan Hearns had
Like rented off like a block of
had
this
an
like
entire
parking
row
lot.
of parking in Lot J, and they were just like they had a legit DJ.
They were
Like,
going
had a
hard.
DJ.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I,
Alan
mi-
Hearns'
I, I
family
miss
party.
I miss Hearnsy, man. He was
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, I do miss him too, man. I was hoping he'd kind of catch on and.
I mean, he got paid. Hey, for an undrafted rookie, $40 million contract in your life, his family's set. That's awesome for him.
Yeah. Julian Alvarez on the Jaguars stream, they were talking about signing Clowney, and we have the cap space for that. So what are your thoughts on that?
I would, if we did do that, just trade Yannick now. I'm all for that. Would be so funny. I would give Clowney some I would give Clowney the Yannick contract.
I don't think it happens, and I don't like it. Either one, because we have Josh Allen, we have Clavon Chazon.
Clavon Chazon's proved nothing,
Unless you're gonna
and they can
move
all three
Clowney
play.
inside, unless you're going to move him to that interior defensive line spot, then I think Josh Allen should take every snap from the edge. And if it's between Clowney and Chazon this year, I would rather give Chazon all those snaps.
I would give any money we're gonna give Yannick. I'd give Clowney that for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I get it, but I mean, if you sign
Oh,
Clowney,
poor buddy. Sorry, he just
Missed
slipped
a
out
foot.
like from a foot. Oof.
this is the things you always when you're golfing and it's like a foot out, and like, oh, this is a gimme, and you miss the gimme putt.
That sucks.
That's horrible. But the Clowney, yeah, I mean, you don't draft Clowney unless you're going like all in.
Yeah.
On Clowney.
He's a beast, man. I think he can play a lot of positions, and he's really good.
Patty Jackson said Hearns is my only jersey. Not a bad choice.
Mm.
Kilo Palm says wish we could play entire season in London for the year and never go back again.
Can you block her by it all?
It's what?
Can you block them by chance?
It sounds like Kilo's kind of trolling, but that's okay. We embrace trolls around here. So here's the issue with
I hope your cable goes out for the entire season.
here's
so.
for the issue. They played in London, and we have a very London-looking logo. So I think we would do just
A
fine.
London-looking
I mean,
logo.
it's a soccer shield that looks.
We don't have the shield logo anymore, so technically that's incorrect.
That's what I'm saying. So I think we would do okay, Kilo, and if they played every game in London, we would still be sitting here talking about the Jags.
Probably not, because I'm not waking up at 9:30 a.m. every single Sunday. So no, I would not.
Zach Duncan, Kilo, yeah, he's a troll. Julian, the London Jaguars sounds too sophisticated, but I plan on moving to the UK when I'm older, so that would be good.
They would show up for like 2 games, and that would. I wish they would do that. That would.
I don't
end
know.
horribly.
I mean, I think they would do okay if you had a team. I mean, England fans have already shown they can be like very like.
I mean, I guess they do support losers constantly in the English national team. So I mean, hey,
they're not going to move from Jacksonville. I mean, we sell way more tickets than a lot of other teams do. So contrary to popular belief,
I wish
we
Colin
do
would do that.
sell a lot
No,
more
I don't,
tickets than people think.
Yeah.
So. Well, we'll do one more here from P-Jack. We'll end it with him. How much of a drop-off do you think we'll see in Josh Allen's numbers without Campbell and Ngakoue probably taking up the O-line's attention? That's a good question. I'd like to hear your response on that.
you can go first.
I think they're going to drop off significantly unless we can get some production out of Taven Bryan. Because if you go back and watch a lot of the film, Taven Bryan is like really fast at the snap, and he is really strong. Like, he does demand a lot of offensive line attention. We were looking at the best PFF wins above replacement.
Yep.
And that was the stat they put out, and they said the best combo was Calais Campbell and Taven Bryan. But the reason why Taven Bryan was in that was because he eats up the middle interior offensive line. He knows how to get in the backfield. He's strong. He doesn't get sacks. He was really good against the run. I mean, his PFF grade was actually pretty good last year against the run. And he does good things. So I think Taven Bryan is that quiet guy that eats up a lot of attention to the interior. And so that's why I think you would see a little bit. We would have to create pressure somewhere else. I mean, obviously the secondary is getting worse by losing Ramsey and Bouye. So, yeah, I mean, you could see drop-off in production.
And what is a drop-off in production?
Less
Just less sacks?
10.5, yeah.
I mean, that's sacks are not the end-all, be-all.
Not.
Pressures
You're
are
right.
equally as important. Quarterback hits are equally as important. So he could have 8 sacks, and he can have 15 more pressures, and that's a better season. So it really doesn't. I mean, sacks are not the end all be all. So
Well, I mean, I would say sacks and pressures. So would you say there's a chance that we see a decrease in sacks and pressures next
no,
year?
I think pressure. He had 50 pressures last year on. It was like, I think PFS. It was like 367 pass rushing snaps. No, he will be in the 60 to 70 range. He'll be playing every single snap. Sacks might be down because he's getting double teamed now, but no. Pressures will definitely increase for sure.
Well, I hope, and that's our prayer for sure.
No, there's no way it goes down. I mean, no, there's no chance.
Maybe. I think it's going to end it for our show today. Thank you guys so much that have been hanging out in the YouTube channel with your comments and watching. We appreciate it. If you're listening on the podcast, we thank you as well. You can check us out on our social media. Make sure to do all that. If you're on our YouTube, make sure to give us a like and a thumbs up and a subscription. That way we can get a notification out to you whenever we're live. We've been doing live shows like Sundays and like Mondays, so that can be like the schedule in your brain if you're looking to watch our next show. We'll probably do one tomorrow with Joey. But thank you guys so much for watching. Mike, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
it's a great time. Always love talking Jags. Excited for training camp, quotes, whatever that looks like. Excited for the restart of the season, and we'll be here when that does. Make sure to hit us up with all your questions and comments and all that stuff. And we'll see you probably very soon. And as always,